What is going on, guys? This is Professor Diehard. We are here with the Banner Saga. I hope you guys have been enjoying all the new content that's been added to the game, or to not the game, but to my channel. It has been such an honor being able to just finally put more effort into the channel. And now I get to play one of my favorite games that I play on the computer. Okay, the story in the Banner Saga changes based on the choices you make. You will occasionally switch between lead characters, witnessing the story unfold from different perspectives. So get some coffee, relax, listen to my voice as we just go into this new adventure. The gods are dead. In their wake, man and giant survive through a tenuous alliance, driving back destroyers called Dredge deep into the northern wastes. Now is an era of growth and trade. Life goes on. Only one thing has stopped. The sun.
Að sjá dreggjana á ferli neðanfor. It has been several long months on the road. The first signs of snowfall accost us on our approach to Strand, largest of the trade cities on the Val-human borders, and our last collection before returning to the capital. Several days ago, the sun simply came to a stop in the sky. Though during these long winter days, none of us can be certain how long it has been this way. Some of the men in the caravan have taken it as a dire omen. I am not quick to superstition, but I myself will be glad to be done with this year's rounds. We have been warned by stranded travelers about brigands on the path through Ridgehorn, our road home. Our captain seems unconcerned. Perhaps he is as eager as I to be done here. We will rest here this day and inquire further when we speak to the governor.
That poor little guy just chilling. He's trying to knock that shield off. Didn't work. Nice. You've arrived just in time. The chieftain in red and his men are looking at a tougher fight than they bargained for. Alright, just to pan around your surroundings, zoom in. Okay. Poacher show taking turns, yep, get that. The moment it happens before your active ring shows his shield banger is active. The blue tile around him shows where he can move. Some characters fill more than others. The Horned Allies are a race of giants called the Varl, who take up 4 tiles each, while humans fill a single tile. This can have a huge effect on your strategy. Okay. Enemy tiles are red and pulse if the enemy is in range. To target any right enemy, use the left stick to select. Okay, yeah. And attack them. Okay. You can choose either attack the enemy's strength or break his armor. Okay. So he only has 5 health. So the damage you will do that. Okay. You can choose the numbers beneath each icon. Okay, we'll do it. Okay. Strength counts as both health and damage. A loss of 2 strength means you'll now do 2 less damage. Strength equals 0, the character will fall in battle. Armor blocks strength damage, but can be reduced by break attack. By breaking armor, you can open them up to more damage in the future. Yeah. The enemy has 75 remaining, strength attack will kill him. He's down. Each time you make a kill, your renown grows, which is used later to improve your characters. After taking action, your turn ends. Next up is the enemy. Turns always alternate even if you are outnumbered. Yep. Cool. Now it is your Warhawk's turn. He appears to be out of range out of these enemies, but all characters can use willpower to boost their actions. Willpower is limited resource used wisely. By moving to the gold tiles, yeah, it costs 1 willpower. Yep. Yep, see right there. Yeah, I can tell. Okay, let's use the special ability. The Tempest, yeah, that's exactly what we need. The ability description until tips below. The Warhawk's Tempest allows him to slam multiple enemies at once. That may quick work at the Chieftain's bodyguards. When there is only 1 enemy left, players enter pillage mode. During pillage mode, each character moves in order, and there are no guaranteed turns. Check the initiative to see how the... Okay. Yeah, this boy's... That's a silly boy. What'd I do? Yep. Your renown grows.
Like a rabid wolf, that one. How did it come to this? We fool ourselves believing that peace will last. My grandfather built all this from a poor fishing village, you know. He watched the gods die, watched the chaos that followed, watched man and var slaughter each other, even before the dreads arose. All we've done is traded one struggle for another. Now that there are no more dreads to war against, we war against ourselves. This chieftain meant to kill me, and he's not the first. A dozen families in the city would gladly take my chair. This one had men waylaying merchants, both north and south of the city, strangling trade quite well, I would add, though he denied it to his last. This sort of wolf doesn't stop biting because the head is cut off. It just grows a new head. I am in a bad way, my friend. Help me finish this fight, and I'll gladly send you on your way with double our king's tithe. Take any men you need. They're loyal, I promise you that. They will meet you down in the proving grounds.
Chapter 1. Only the sun has stopped. I'm actually really excited to play this. I love strategy games. I was playing XCOM, but it would just run so poorly on the PlayStation. You're approached by a familiar man who walks in step with you as you're leaving the Great Hall. He cuts to the chase. Eric, steward of Strand. I manage the governor's business. Ubin, isn't it? It is. The governor tells me you'll be giving us a hand. What did you have in mind? Scalpings that you didn't hack up in the Great Hall has scouted after you took out the chieftain. I'm like going between like a Russian and like a Skyrim. The governor just wants to make sure they stay down. Was hoping you'd join me at the marketplace by the docks. Does anyone left to worry about? I know who can tell us. I hope you guys are enjoying my voices. I'm trying. Use L1 to highlight the market tent. Market tent's here, right? E. Let me handle this. You meander through rows of open-faced houses and eroded stalls. Colored canvases flap on a briny current. One man in particular blanches as you approach. Head, I'm not in the mood today. For what? Talking to an idiot. The Scalfan's chieftain bled out about an hour ago, Todd. So when you tell me what rat anus the rest of them crawled back into, no one's going to try and kill you this time. I don't talk. They don't talk to me. Eric needs some help here. Hod, I've had a change of heart. I hope you do give us a hard time. Hod sweats visibly, fumbling with some dirty trinkets on his table. Wait, just buy one of these. If everyone thinks I'm getting worked over every week, how am I supposed to know much? Just a little food money, yeah? I'll pay him. You toss a silver or silver on the table. Both men look at you with surprise. Hod gestures meekly to a variety of junk from his stall. Take whatever you like. Only thing I like is the name of a place. Nobleman by the east wall, but that was a month ago, last I know. Hats goes over the wave of Eric's hand, gathering things from his hovel, disappearing for a while until this blows over, you figure. Your bodyguard steps forward. Are we done here? Gunoff, were you wearing green back at the Great Hall? No, just spotted them while you were walking around. Why? They look good. I'm glad you care. Eric, that man of yours seems unreliable at best. A blind dog wouldn't trust Todd, but he used to be scalping. If they're licking their wounds, they've probably gone to old haunts, not new ones. Nobleman is a meat hall? Best I can tell, the name's ironic. Listen, I know a guy who would love to put a few of these skulls in the ground. I'm going to find him. I'll meet you there. Shouldn't we have an approach of some sort? What the luxury. Come on, you've already mopped up worse today. Just make sure the governor remembers his promise. Doubles the usual tithe. I'll remind him. If y'all have like a funny voice for me to do for this one guy, let me know. Also, let me know if this stream has had a good time for like, you know, for Ryan and Suzuki. Let me know. Let me know. Seriously. I can change it up. We shall go to the meet. You arrive in front of what must be a nobleman. A few minutes later, Eric appears with a weather-beaten man and introduces Valgard. I'll point them out, Eric says over his shoulder. Ready? Let's get this over with. That's the spirit, says Valgard. Here we go. Valgard boots the front door open so hard it won't close again without repair. As he enters the hall, Eric is already at the head of a table, his axe drawn. Wide-eyed, drunken scalpings scramble to find their own weapons, turning tables and mead stains in the process. I am genuinely so happy to be playing Banner Saga. Like, I really did enjoy the, I seriously enjoyed Prey, but it's nice to play it's like a little bit more strategic. I can move my boys, can I not? That's right. Okay. That's right. Okay. He's an archer, right? We'll keep the silly boy back here. There we go. I want to split it up. I should have stone wall. Let's do stone wall. I was never using those guys properly. Okay, he's next. I'm not too worried. Let's move. Oh, I'm so bad at this. Okay. I'm assuming there's no one in my range. Oh, I can... Okay, let's give willpower to him. Does he get another one? Okay. I'm so confused how to actually use the bow. What does he use? Oh, oh, does he not have a bow? Whoops. I thought he had a bow. Okay. So we're taking some hits here. Let's do... Oh man, his health is not looking good. I may have to end up restarting. Can I like... No, I can't. I need to kill somebody that's gonna die. Yikes. If anything, I need to fall back. Yeah, let's fall back. Nah, he's gonna die. Well. Okay, I don't want to attack. Deflected, mother. Oh, is that gonna hurt my buddy? I don't think it will. It's hard to kind of see where I'm at. Oh, yeah, you guys are done now. Alright, so that was very poor on my end. Not good. There they are. Gods be damned. I've got to go wash off this blood. Eric is looking at the hall windows onto the bay. A fleet of longships approach with sails of bold reds and blues. One banner I know well, Wagner. Next for our kingship last we spoke. The other flag looks important. Yeah, important guest. See what I deal with all day long? Ah, things make a little more sense. You hoped I would have a stake in saying everything's fine here when the royal guests arrive. Not me, the governor. Now I have to make sure there are no rotting bodies or pools of entrails still in the Great Hall before they come by. Can I ask one more favor? What is it? If you happen to stall our guest down the docks, I wouldn't object. Maybe I will. Eric and Volgir hustle from the meat house. To his credit, Eric tosses the barkeep a spar of silver for the mess. You give an apologetic shrug and go greet the new arrivals down the docks. It's a lot of boats. Look at all the boats. Vognir. A familiar Varl steps onto the docks. In your mind, you recall much younger version trampling the halls of Grothium, abundant in purpose. Gods, Ubin, you're looking ancient. Comes of being old. And if there's Vognir, there must be Hakan. Must there? Still bleeding tributes from the poor and stupid old Yorks? At what age did you lose a sense of shame? Yonder demands it. I'll take that over lingering to death in Grothium. Speaking of, I've had no sense that you were so far from home. Just returned from Aberang, in fact. And glad for it. Hakan motions for the other ships in the bay, sails still fluttering, golden wolf head emblazoned on red. The king of men are sewing on his behalf. The king's whelp. The king's son, Ludin. Don't you know, Scrivener? We visit his capital. He visits ours. It's how you make alliances these days. It's a miserable waste of time. Yes, Hakan has it. I'd almost forgotten. It's a good thing you're around, Hakan. Then you're going to Grothium? I have the distinct feeling I've finished my business in Strand, and was heading there myself. We should caravan. We should. Give it a day. In better circumstances, I'd drink a week away, but, let's just be done. Find me tomorrow at the gates. What he's trying to say is the prince is a delight to behold. Where's Mogir, Hakan? Have him find a place to put up warriors. I'm hanging up to meet the governor. A host of giants depart in his wake. You recognize a few others are strangers to you. Guess I'm off to find Mogir. See you in the morning, Scrivener. I'll be along. The young prince of men ambles from his ship. He brushes off his tunic, skating the beach with low eyelids. Bloom looks for all the world the sort of boy who grew up pulling the legs from spiders. The long road back to Grothium should be more interesting than most usually think. Sweet. Weariness suddenly settles in, and you chuckle yourself about what an odd day it's been. One of the governor's men at the Great Hall couldn't find a place to sleep. On the other hand, if you're going to join Wagner's caravan tomorrow, it might not hurt to share a drink with Hacken or introduce yourself to the prince they spoke so highly of. Yeah, might as well. Scrivener. You find Hacken in a mead house surrounded by other Varl. Standing is no stranger to Varl, but rarely sees this many. Hacken waves you over. Went straight for a flagon? Wagner's the one who agreed to pass up a drink. I wasn't invited to the governor's hall anyway. You already missed the massacre. Every year I make the rounds of collecting taxes. Every year it's the human settlements that give me trouble. No surprise. What this time? When I got here, the Grey Hall's already full of bodies. We added a few more. Ha! Humans. I guess if I only lived as long as Yoxfart, I might be desperate to make something of myself too. It's not too late to start trying, Hacken. Hacken let slip a low chuckle. Any Varl could recount his deeds, known as he is for cutting a swath through dredge at Wagner's side in the Second War, and regular since then. Down here, I'm a glorified bodyguard. You might have a point. Just another reason to get back to Groffium. Soon enough, I imagine. You drink until the mead house becomes overbearing, then step back into the cool air outside. Is this the right place? You find the prince at an inn. Guards blanket the building, including a sharp-eyed Varl who must be working for Ludin. A woman in red eventually waves you over and stands nearby, arms crossed. Greetings, Prince Ludin. Yes, you're Wagner. I don't remember you. Not exactly. I've known Wagner a long time. I'll be joining you back to Grafheim with my guards. We didn't look up for the first time. The woman doesn't react. Why? I work for the king, carrying ties to the capital. We crossed by chance. Oh, a tax collector. Fine company. What do you want? I have a habit of recording history. I thought we might talk about your visit. A Var historian? Haha, don't you already know? Your king and mine both have been practically trumpeting through the cities. I've been on the road a while, I'm afraid. Luna takes a deep sigh. Whether tired or ungracious you aren't uncertain. Maybe both. A formality mostly. Wagner came to our capital, Narbering, and now we go to the Varl's capital in Groffium to submit his grand alliance for the next age of men in Varl. You sound unconvinced. There's no need for it. It's damned cold up here. You have a sense he's struggling not to complain outright. You take the opportunity to excuse yourself. Cool. It's a great hall. Can't really go anywhere else. At dawn, you're welcomed by delivery of goods. At least you think it's dawn. Damn hard to tell with the sun never moves. The governor crest adorns the supply leathers. All there is just a promise to your mild surprise. You wonder if Eric has anything to do with that. Your guards take the treasure wagon to the gates. Wagner is already here. A while later, Ludin and his men appear, groggy and deceived. Wagner steps forward. Wagner's quartermaster, if you recall correctly, in charge of his unwieldy entourage of warriors. You know him only in passing. He asks if you're ready to depart. Yeah, we're ready. You follow Wagner and join the others. Usually the smaller doors set into the gates would be enough to enter or leave the city, but the town guards have been told to push them open entirely. They mutter things under their breath that are best not heard. Perhaps the governor expected you to draw a crowd, but there's nothing of the sort. Just frustrated, tired people. Sunrises strand well as a whole, you think. Yep. We just started and the morale's already declined. Come on, boys. The caravan stops for the day. A gift, says Mulgir, crack open and mead casts from our glorious friend the Governor's Strand. Hours pass with rumorous laughter as the mead is passed throughout the... I'll toast to Wagner. You raise your drink, toasting lines between a man and Varl. The others join in. Lunen's expression is like a stone, while the others laugh at your exaggerations. Eventually sit down beside Wagner. And chat with Wagner. Thanks for the speech, slurs Wagner. Looks like you didn't have to miss out after all. Thanks to Mulgir, I thought the damned governor would never shut up. Did he give you the history of his entire family? He tried. Then he asked me to clean up his mess. For your benefit, turns out. I had given the job to you, too. Gods, there's no joy in politics. Speaking of, what happens after this business with Luton? Hopefully the boys go back to Eberron on his own, and I can take out some frustration on Dredge or something. Starting to sound like hacking. You don't like the life of a diplomat? Ha, don't you miss the fight, Ubin? You down your meat instead of replying. Vognir slouches and shakes his head. There's no great joy in killing Dredge, but this, pretty sure this nonsense is some scheme between the two kings to force some kind of lineage. Used to be warriors who follow you for what you've done. Isn't that why they follow you now? Is it? Or is it because I'm the next in line? These lines are getting muddy, old Varl. They've always been muddy, Vognir. Vognir stares into the campfire, lost in thought. You leave him to it. You rise groggily. The campsite's a casualty of merriment. Mulgar is already kicking warriors awake when you spot Lodin stalking in your direction. He sidesteps sleeping bodies. Better wake up, you nudge, Vognir. You're needed. Ah, it's Lodin. Always a pleasure. You look well rested. Vognir releases a caged yawn and receives a hard-eyed stare in return. How long to Grofim? Ha! They're only 2 days out of Strand, you know. Come, I'll show you on the map. Looks like we were just here, so... Here's your caravan indicated on Uber's icon. The road map is covered many locations and halts much lower. You can explore the map at any time, excepting with L1 or R1. Yikes. Huron. The long snowfields, tall mountains, and sparse woods of Huron used to be the gathering place of Dredge during the Second Great War. As the Varl pushed them ever northland, they took the land and settled it themselves. It's entirely Varl. The wandering road at the end of the... it's a lot of reading, but if you want me to go through the map, I totally can, but it's not really needed right now. We head north, then east, past the forts. Gruffine's far from Strand, going to be a long march. You should have drank last night, Luden. Why not take the ships to Skimmerstead? What's the point of marching? The Silverstone Bay is called that for a reason. It stays covered in ice all year. It would tear up the long ships. Too bad, though. We could have shown you all the wonders of Skirmstead. A half-drunken city crawling with dredge, Prince. Dredge and glaciers. You like glaciers? Luden exhales with the nose, a poor disguise for his contempt. He turns and bats aside the tent flaps as he goes, barking at his company in the distance. Don't poke the anthill, Vognir. He seems no happier to be here than you. Spends a few more days with the boy, old friend. You'll be looking for a tall cliff to hop off too. Luden's got a shorter wick than Haken. Thanks, Vognir. Let's get moving. Another half day to Vedrel if we're lucky. Alright, camp is where you manage your caravan. During travel, you can enter the camp anytime by tapping the camp button on the travel HUD. While at the camp or in towns, you can upgrade your allies or equip items in the hero's tent. You can pass time by using the rest tent. Resting will improve your morale. Yep. Okay. Okay, so let's do this. So we need to go on and upgrade some boyos. Not going to waste any money on Luden. I don't like Luden. He's a little bitch. Tempest is a great ability, honestly. It's fantastic. We should promote him. Yep. Your units having to spend some points. That's actually one. Okay. He has 2 points available. Alright, so what's really good about this game is that it's really important that you... What is this? Break his elements, direct damage you can actually do to the enemy's armor. Okay, so it's always important to... you need to have these certain people focus on certain things. Like, for instance... he looks like he's trash. So right now we have a pretty solid group of guys right here. One of them needs to focus on breaking armor. See, these guys already do pretty good armor damage. If I'm looking at this correctly, what does this do? Okay. Armor blocks an ear strength minus their armor equals damage. Strength is above damage held. The strength drops to 0. Okay. Willpower. Okay. Probably gonna focus. Well, yeah. Only one of them can be promoted right now. So yeah, he can be promoted again, huh? Might as well. All right. So I would like give one of those. There we go. That's perfect. Cool. All right. We might as well just rest. There we go. Let's leave.
Winterfell. Even the name means bad weather, where frozen wind sweeps in from the bay. They tend livestock, but most are just men driven from Strand with nowhere else to go. Why else would anyone stay? We won't stop long.
By Hardborg, that's a lot of varl for some missing cattle. What? Couple days back sent word to Strand about the cattle. I didn't expect an army. He looks pleased with himself until it sinks into you aren't here on his behalf. Where have your cattle gone? Would know. My boy's seen men up by the hills carrying them away. Don't know how many men who could hoist a whole cow by itself. Scalpings out here maybe? Could they have varl working for them? Not from what the governor told me. I want to take a look around and get the camp set up. Peasant spits, his eyes anxiously darting around as the caravan sets up tents. We'll be here no more than a day. There's silver for any food you've got. For hundreds of varl, are you serious? Whatever you're willing to sell. Thinking of squatting? Not enough room for a couple of hunters here. Forget hundreds of... Shut up. Hear that? Where's Luden? It's faint. Sounds like fighting and something else. Haka takes off a run. Uh-oh. Alright, it's time to show this guy how we do it. Yikes. God. Okay, I'm confused. I want to attack him. It's not letting me attack. There we go. Coward! Cool. Trying to get a shot between the plates. You never seen a dredge before, boy? What kind of idiot breaks their armor? Break their armor first. Where'd they come from? We didn't even see them. They were just there. Hand goes where Wagner lies face down. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. He is dead. Wagner's dead. Crap. It's tough. You gotta be careful who dies, because they're dead. They're dead. Where'd that thing come from? Stay close. I think it saw us. The appointment happens before the battle. Yeah. Ah, okay. Yeet. Was that a dredge? Looks calm, but you can tell her heart's about to beat right out of her chest. It was. Let me see, are you hurt? No, I'll be fine. When the dredge attacked her cart and the ox bolted, it spilled most of your supplies, so you can see more dark figures moving through the trees when you glance that direction. All that food. That's the last we're going to get before winter. What do we do? Don't run. Let me think. Do you think you can handle more of them? No, Dad, I mean, we're already lucky to be alive. Yeah, I should have said we should leave. Supplies represent food and other goods used to keep everyone alive on the road. When supplies are gone, people will start to die of starvation. The more people are in the caravan, the faster supplies will diminish. You can see how many days of supplies you have left in the travel display on the top of the screen. Yep.
I never expected to see the dredge with my own eyes. What happened in the north? Already we see more between the trees as we approach our home, and Alette grips my hand tight. We must find Ivor.
Already back on Master? Thought to be... Whoa, why is my controller doing that? It's so weird. I wonder if my controller's busted. Thought you'd be tomorrow. Dredge everywhere. Dredge? How'd they get through the Greyhorn? Must have broken through the fort. The fighters nearby have stopped sparring. They gather around you. Damn it! They'll be here soon if we're not ready. Ears screams at the outskirts. People are running toward the Great Hall. Ivor turns to one of the older boys in the group of fighters. Eagle, take Elate to the Great Hall to tell the chieftain what's happening. The rest of you gather as many people as you can. Come on, Alette. No, wait. I want to help. Let them fight. They have to deal with it sooner or later, Ivor. What now? Fun. Eagle, keep your shield up. We just hold them off until everyone's inside. Then we figure out what to do next. More shouts draw your attention to some houses atop a nearby hill. Oh, that's creepy. Sure enough, you're gathering a number. You hear misplaced laughter nearby. Past a pile of corpses, the man is single-handedly holding back 4 dreads with a battered spear. Behind you, Travagir! Trivigi... I don't know. Who shoots you a dour look. Trivigi is known for being a madman. At least he's a sort who can hold a spear in the right direction. He smiles a mile wide when he realizes you're going to have to fight your way out of this. Alright, we're ready for this. Turn order. Units move in the order you place them. From left to right, this initiative order is very important when setting up strategies. For example, put archers after melee units so that they can stay safe behind your heavy hitters. Ah, ballsack. Yeah, we gotta make sure we split them all up nice and well. No one's gonna die. Yeah. That big boy is going to be a problem. We're going to move her. I knew he was going to do that. Perfect. Oh no. Oh my god. Is she dead? she's dead, I'm restarting. If she's dead, I'm restarting. I'm seeing one more. Check it out. See if you can find anyone. Oh, she's alive. Okay. As you turn to head back, a colossus appears around the side of the house. It silently looms over a lead. Its face is an expressionless, stony mass, more terrifying than any roar it had produced. Time seems to slows as it pulls back its enormous mace. As though second nature, you knock an arrow. Athlete is standing directly between you and the dredge. If you're off by a few inches, distracted. The dredge looks in your direction with confusion. The dredge does not. She catches a glimpse of the dredge over above her and freezes in terror. Suddenly, okay. He is between the dredge and his shield above him. The black stone mace falls. His shield crumbles, and instead of see the boy beneath it. A moment later, Ivor is there. His sword runs through the neck of the dredge. He's gone, says Ivor, looking over the boy's shattered skull. Oh man. See, you can find another one meeting them in the Great Hall. That's not good. Okay, she says she's not dead. That's good. You find anyone? I refuse them inside. God's is bad. About Gil. It's my fault. He was a good fighter for his age. No family, I thought. I forgot what it's like to facing dredge. I'm out of practice, Rook. Look, as long as I've known you, you've always warmed your way out of talking about dredge. This would be the time to start talking. I can... Okay, does like the controller, like if you move it, or is my analog stick messed up? I can't tell. Sooner we leave, the better. They'll follow us until we're tripping over tired women and children, then they'll attack. Even after we're wiped out, they'll keep coming, trampling corpses in their way. There's no end to them. How did anyone survive the Great Wars? Ask the Menders. I wasn't there. But I know you fought your fair share. Yeah, I've killed enough slag for one lifetime. That's why you're going to save us now. Don't lay it on me. Come on, let's get inside. Oh, God. Okay. What does that golden ring mean? I'm guessing they can't die? I don't know what the golden ring means. Are they... No, it's not like they're married. That'd be weird. That's her dad. Okay, Great Hall. Rook, thank the gods you made it. The Great Hall is another den, filled as if it's dozens of terrified families. Don't stop worrying yet. I haven't. What in the depths is going on? Dredge milling around, ransacking houses? Chieftain's wife finds you, pushing through the crowd. They must know we're here. Why haven't they attacked? Don't know. I wouldn't expect it to last. I made some decisions, but tell me straight, what would you do in my place? I left by now. They're already outside the doors. Not so easily done, Rook. Not so easily done, Rook. I trust Ivor. I imagine us fighting back and saving the town, but nonsense. Ivor's right, of course. We can't just wait to be slaughtered. Where do we go? Dredge are coming down from the north. Frostfair to the west. It's close and it has walls. I tend to be free to go here in one push. Nobody's left behind. I wouldn't. If they follow us, we're done. What do you suggest? Let me create a distraction, then go. I'll catch up on the road to Frostfair. Well, we set the town on fire as we left. That's one thing I will not do. We will return here one day, whether I live to see it or not. Or abandon the storehouse. If we have to, we'd be leaving behind everything but the supplies you brought, Rook. On the other hand, Frostmir's at least a week away. I'm not sure we got that much food. He'll be cutting it close. If we're saddled with heavy carts, it'll almost be impossible to outpace the dredge. If we run out of food before we get to Frosty, it won't matter how much we escape. I will stay. Let me handle the dredge. I think we all should get out of here. Yes, the Couchy's surprised Chieftain rubs his chin, but doesn't argue. From the training she's given at Alette, you've no doubt she can handle a bow. Fine, I'll get townspeople ready. When you're ready, we'll make our move. Yeah, we got to... He could do the distraction. I know he does come back, but I've never done this path. You step into the open courtyard, go utters, and you stand... Go utters, Ivor, and you stand guard as townspeople begin filing out of the hall. The dredge do not descend upon you, though some watch curiously. Suddenly you hear a shriek from further up the caravan. A grunt has thrown himself upon a cart of chickens, tearing it as with bare hands. Men draw axes and dredge respond in kind. Run, roars Ivor. Terror sweeps over the caravan like a pox. You suddenly find yourself surrounded by Blackbeards. Yep. We got this. We got this. Yep. We're going to make sure we have a solid line this time. We're going to make sure we keep putting ourselves out of the distance of the others. Are we surrounded? No, there's just two right there. That's not bad. Alright, so... Right there's good. Let's do here, here, and here. I knew he was gonna counter me. God. Perfect. There we go. Struggling desperately with dreads, and then one might be a chieftain among them. To your left, Ivor is laying into a large colossus behind him. An elderly man scrambles to his feet. Past their clears, most of the townspeople are scattering. If nobody steps in, they can be picked off one by one. Help the fighters. If the fighters fall, there may be little hope for others. You approach. Yep. Trying to see what does. Yeah, I'm gonna need that. Okay, yeah, we got these boys. All right. That's fine. Yeet. That's why I want her to get a kill. You need the experience. That's why I did it. Nice. I'm feeling good. I'm getting the gist of it. Dredge continues to gather in distance, but leaves some space between you. Content to watch for now. You gather up the chieftain, who is still breathing but seriously wounded. Old fool, says Old Leaf. Tenders to her voice. She bundles him in the car and stays by his side. Only thing we can do is get the frost feeder quickly, she says. Depart. Okay. Hands tightly yours. Yeah, that was good. Pausing to catch your breath, you glance backward and see the caravan stretch out past the point of safety. They're spaced out so far you're unable to see those bringing up the rear. You have to pull them together, says Ivor. It'd be dangerous to stop until at least the Godstone. The path should be just up ahead. Right out of the caravan with a speech. You make your way to the rear and hoist a small child onto your shoulders. Fight for every step. Remember, those who didn't make it push onwards. The clansmen see your effort and follow suit, pushing themselves harder. Good. Yeah, no supplies. Not good. Oh, this is the Varl again. I can't believe we lost the king. It's not good. But I wonder if that's part of the story. But then again, I may have just sucked so bad. far enough for today, I think. After a day of... Oh, no, never mind. Okay. After a day of misery, men and women dropped their meager positions beneath the Gasa. Okay. What are we doing? We just left our homes because suddenly they were dredge. Probably shouldn't be looking to me for advice. Look at these people. Somebody has to hold them together. That's you, Rook. But what do we do if we run into... How am I supposed to do that? Lie? Tell them everything's going to be alright? Gods, Rook, I don't know. Pretend you know what you're doing. That's what the rest of us do. Thanks for the advice. And do whatever you want. Let them fend for themselves if you can live with it. You humans are absurd, Rook. Furious when you're not in control. Terrified when you are. Pull it together. You're right. Think about how I feel. I'm stuck nursing a bunch of weaklings. You do care. I can tell. Feh. Men are a plague on the world, worse than any dredge, as far as I can tell. Chats like this is why we get along so well, Ivor. That's funny. You sleep poorly. The sun forever stuck to an eternally bright sky. Before the others rise, you find yourself staring over long, low hills covered in pine. Inspect the stone. The other stone doesn't see many visitors. Not much reason to travel so far east. When hunters come through, they sometimes stop to give offerings out of habit more than anything else now than the gods are dead. Hidvir was the god of hunters and of wild beasts, occasionally seen roaming. He always depicted an effigy with his terrible spear. You wonder what you think about his wits being full dredge now. A young girl from the caravan approaches you. I made this for you, she says, handing you a crude necklace carved from a branch she must have found nearby. Thank you so much for saving my mom, she says before running off to her tent. Back at your tent, you rouse Alette, who clings to your arm until she's completely awake. Bad dreams. Eventually, the camp is broken down and it's time to move on to Frostsphere. Yeah. Karen halts with a group of men appear on the trail, weapons at their feet. We've seen these dredge in your wake, says one. We don't wish to meet at them alone. If you let us join you, we'll show you a watering hole with enough animals to fill those supply wagons. An inherent fear of strangers raises mutters from the caravan. What are you doing out here alone? We were hunting here for food when the dredge found our village, says the man. When we returned, he looks away, unable to finish. Sure, we'll allow you to join. You'll be in no trouble so long, you say. The men cautiously join your ranks and prove trustworthy. The hidden watering hole... Okay. $10 are going to be against us, but we have supplies. Can't complain about that. During a rest, when the men get too drunk and end up slashing meat in a warrior's face, a brawl erupts. Yeah, I want to tie him up. It's being stupid. You grab a rope from the roof and make short work of the sod. A few onlookers throw scraps at him, but most just walk on with a laugh. At least contend that some measure's been taken. Yeah, we don't have time to dilly-dally. If you're going to be stupid, you're going to be treated like stupid. Caravan is visibly relieved to find a small village on the way to the Frostsphere with beds and fresh supplies. The locals here are shocked with the news of what you bring and discuss them among themselves while you sit up nearby. Okay. Sweet. Let's pause it. Is it saved already? I don't really know. I'm assuming it is saved. Guys, we're going to take I think this would be a good stop for the first episode. May do another stream here in a little bit. But I want to take a little bit of a break and do some other stuff for a little bit, but I'll get back onto it. Hope you guys like it. Please leave a like and comment, subscribe if you want to. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Deuces.